Hey, what's going on, guys? Komakikins here. Well, first of all, guys, I want to sorry for being such an idiot because like oh my god. I've made a couple of horrible bugs in this tutorial, in the previous series in particular. It wasn't intentional, obviously, because I didn't know it myself how to do this stuff correctly. But anyway, so I had a consultation with Daniel Shavel, the author of this NNUE library, and he kindly pointed out the mistakes I've made. So my first question was, how do we need to scale this evaluate NNUE values, these scores? The second was, should we adjust the site? And the final was, should we take care of material at the very end? And if so, then should we actually multiply this material like I've seen here? I remember I've remembered where did I take these values? This was from the Stockfish Evaluation Guide source code. If you just right click on the page and watch view source, there in JavaScript it was, but it wasn't related to this NNUE at all. So again, I'm sorry for being such an idiot. I just want to show you this answer. So here my Komakikin's thoughts here. And then Daniel answers solidly. That code is wrong. Yeah. So first, you don't need to negate the score. This is absolutely essential. And somewhere before, he said that the library returns a score relative to the site to move. So remember, I was wondering why the score wasn't the same on Stockfish Evaluation Guide and here in the library. So that's the reason probably. So the library returns a score relative to site to move. So we don't really need to adjust the site to move at all. This is the convenient for use in an engine. So another thing that I didn't really know. I have added some description regarding that now. Yeah, probably the source code for the library has been updated a little bit, so yeah, I'll probably need to upload the latest one. Also, by the way, Daniel said that it should be fine to compile under Windows. Well, unfortunately, this seems like Microsoft Visual Studio compiler, which is not compatible with my BBC engine. But anyway, at least try to compile this as a library. And also he said that it is cross-compiled with GCC on his side, so I need to check that out as well. Didn't yet do that, so I hope that Windows version is coming soon as well. I'm not going to be making tutorials on that, obviously, but because the code is all the way along the same, but just I'll maybe update the binary executables, or, well, I don't know. We'll see, basically. Maybe, well, it's hard to say. I just needed to make sure everything is working on my side, and then we'll see how it's going. Okay, anyway, so that code is wrong, and then interesting stuff here. So scale second, mixing the material score with the NNUE score is not needed because the NNUE score already has the material score in it. And the reason why I did fail to realize this on my own when I first was dealing with this library is because I was actually changing the site, and that led to the weird game of chess, because one shouldn't be doing that, obviously. They're just reversing the scores completely to some weird disaster. So now it works. I'll now just fix this in live mode, and then I'll show you how it's working now. Then scaling will only be necessary if you want to do the hybrid NNUE plus classical score. I don't do that in my engine using pure NNUE. So I'm not going to be doing that what they call hybrid NNUE plus classical score. So that's really needs some complicated operations. But I would make some sort of a pseudo hybrid solution. So I just want to make my engine using the normal evaluation in the end game, just to play faster and deeper. So that's the simple idea. Okay, anyway, so now let's actually go for, yeah, here is my complaints, like complaints like something's going wrong, and then yeah, saying that I was actually wrong. So Daniel, if you would ever be watching this video, well, 99% that he won't be watching this video, but anyway, if you do, thank you very much. This was really fantastic help from your side. Okay guys, now let's go for fixing the stuff. So first thing, we don't need to multiply this material at all. Okay, I will also change the layout of code later on in this tutorial, but first just want to fix everything to make sure it's bug free. Okay, so all this logic of initializing the arrays is correct. This is correct, and this is not needed at all. And also changing this side is not needed. Okay, and here this weird stuff is not needed. And now, just to demonstrate again, like the proof of concept, instead of returning this sort of score like from normal evaluation, I will just say like return and this NNUE score, and it's already depends on the site, so it would be plausible for white pieces and positive, and it would be negative for black pieces. Okay, so from now on this already should start working. Let's open the terminal, trying to compile and run this stuff. So make and BBC, okay. And I just want to show you the game of the niche I've been mentioning already, like when something is going wrong in the end game, when it just doesn't hit enough depth to checkmate, and that leads to some weird stuff. Well, anyway, so let's go for UCI new game. And let's say go depth 8, and I just want to have a look at the principal variation line. Okay, and the principal variation line already seems to be quite pretty nice. So we got the Sicilian defense, absolutely fantastic. So just exactly what we wanted to have, without any scalings, any using of material score, any side changes, just the bare straight ahead and NNUE score. So yeah, also I need to check some, I need to fix some commentary. So I was saying like positional NNUE score, which is horribly wrong. I'm really sorry for that, guys. So where was this? Positional, okay, maybe, okay, get NNUE positional score. No, it's totally wrong, not positional, it's just NNUE score, final score, no need to adjust by the site. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so think no, not ever disaster like that. Yeah, so NNUE is final score, it's not material, it's not positional, it's everything, it's the final score. Okay, great, just great. Okay guys, so now let's go for some testing. Well, probably I don't need the browser anymore, so let's go for Arena. And I will now update my engine, the reference to my engine. So engines manage, and this one, and I want to update to evaluate fixes. Okay, and this one, open, apply. I hold my breath, and I really hope to see it's playing the same game I've already seen. Okay, quite pretty that so far. Okay guys, so you just have a look how the pure NNUE evaluation looks like. Now it's exactly what we want to have here. Castles just right in time, absolutely perfect. So really human-like play. Well, I really love it. So it's absolutely fantastic. This is how it's going. But I just want to spend a little bit more of your time, guys, just to show you what a disaster would be happening when it comes to the end game. And by the way, if you have a look at the scores quite pretty reasonable. So no need to do literally anything to those scores. So the scores are just fine. Okay, scores are just fine. And I'll just give it a little bit time to go to the end game. And when it comes to the end game, you will see like how it would be suffering from. So you see like already the depth is too little. So this depth is not enough to checkmate properly. While if it goes to, you know, like standard evaluation, it would be just going faster. So eventually it just, well, is this a little bit different game? Just wondering. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not a different game. Okay. Well, what is really interesting is that, well, now it seems like, interesting. So now it's a little bit different game. The game I was watching was actually white was winning there. So I'm a bit confused, to be honest, to see this. Okay, just wondering if we just start another game, is this gonna be the same? Or maybe this smart NNUE plays different games from time to time. I don't even know. I have no idea. Well, by the time it's playing, I just want to quickly check. Oh, I can't check that because I've already probably deleted that code when I was fixing. Shouldn't done that. Really shouldn't done that. Well, at least I can walk through the code. Yeah, let it play for a while. I just want to walk through the code at the moment. So try to visually check that out again. Okay. So some key points. Well, so the arrays are initialized exactly the same way. I didn't change that in my previous fixes when I was preparing for this video. So getting this NNUE score. Okay. Well, this is good. Okay. And just returning this NNUE score straight ahead. Yeah, it's a little bit strange. Whoa. Okay, guys, so it seems like, well, I have no idea how this is possible, but you see that it's now playing a different game. How on earth is that possible, actually? How is that possible? So I didn't change anything, but it already plays a different game. So probably time taken to calculate, I don't know, this weights is different, so it gives some different results. I don't know, maybe then NNE is so smart that it just, yeah, well, let's say right over here in the previous game it was playing like knight to c5, hitting the queen, right? Yeah, I remember that was like so. But here for some reason he plays knight to f3. Yeah, this is a little bit weird. So, well, anyway, it's not me, it's NNE from Stockfish, so probably it's intended to be like that. So I'm just really wondering, I just want to clean up the code a little bit, and I just want to try to fix that endgame plane. Well, let's go for one more test. Yeah, exactly the same. Yeah, so let's play with the previous version. Okay, so we've seen somewhat a similar game already. Yeah, but now it seems to be a little bit different. It seems to be a little bit different at the moment. Whoa. Now it's really different. Okay. Well, actually, I love that the previous one a bit more, but unfortunately the code was horribly wrong there. Okay. Okay. Okay, isolating the pawn on D file. This is good. What else? Okay, protecting the pawn, hitting this one. Okay, winning another pawn. Okay, not that bad really. Hold on a sec. It didn't take the rook. Why? Probably I missed something. Okay. Well, white is clearly better here. Let's have a look at the evaluation. It's fantastic. Okay, gives the bishop. Okay. Okay. Don't drop a pawn. Okay, he dropped the pawn. Well, but anyway, now it's the exact situation where white is down on clock, and it starts making some strange moves with the rook, so not capable of checkmate with this depth. So you see, like, if we had a normal evaluation, it was for like 11 or 10, but with this NNUE in the endgame, the evaluation is too miserable. The depth is just miserable, so it's not yet enough to mate, and yeah, it just doesn't work. So this is the exact case I wanted to show you guys. So that's the reason why I actually want to drop back to handcrafted evaluation when it comes to the endgame. So let's actually try doing this. Well, I'm not sure if well, I don't know. I didn't try this yet. Let's try to see what happens. So what do we kickstart with? So the very first thing. So again, like in my BBC chess engine, I have the tapered, so-called tapered evaluation, which means that it distinguishes between the game phases based on the material available on the chessboard. So here the game phase might be opening, endgame, and middle game. So these are just the constants used also to reference the p-squared tables, but it's not the case. Well, I would probably now try to grab this NNUE initializing code. So this one that actually takes time. Oh, it's not that far. Okay, cut. And okay, hold on a sec. Nope. I need the commentaries as well. Okay. Cut. Okay, and so I'm just wondering where do so game phase. Okay, game phase here. So pure games. Okay, if game phase is equal to end game. So I will now try the following stuff. So this material and positional stuff, okay, that would be there. So if game phase is equal to end game, let's say if it's not equal to endgame, just to save time on this branching factor here. So if game phase is not equal to endgame, in this case, so here in opening and middle game, use an NNUE evaluation. So here I just paste the code back, and okay, save. So just want to make sure it still compiles. Okay, let's make it in release mode already. It can't work like this at the moment because yeah, just can't work like this. Here I want to say in the end game use handcrafted evaluation to speed up engine. So else, and open in parentheses, and not to forget to provide the closing one. Goes up to, oh my god, so many code here. Okay, probably up to here, like this. And so let's make sure it's still, let's make sure it still compiles and runs. Yeah, it seems like good news. Okay, now I want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of this commented comments, so make uncommented the code. Okay, so still make sure it still compiles and runs. Okay, and now here when we are returning our score, so here we okay, so we're dependent on the score. So I don't actually need this interpolation code anymore, right? So we'll probably just I will now just comment this out, okay, and provide a new one. So let's say if game phase again like is not equal to endgame, then I want to return an NNUE score. And otherwise, again, like I don't really need to go for any interpolation at this moment because there is just nothing to interpolate, right? So I would even be able, I would probably even get rid of that code in future as well. But I would be using the weights for the endgame, the pure endgame weights, and also I would be using p-square tables for endgame to force spawn promotions and things like that as well. So yeah, this sort of a hybrid here. Okay, so what do I need actually to return? Score is equal to endgame score. So we can actually make it directly, right? So we say like this, but score endgame. Oh my god, I have no idea if this kind of works. I'm tempted to know myself. Endgame. Okay, maybe at least it compiles by the time I want to reload the arena. Okay guys, so the way I'm supposed to be distinguishing this evaluation is by the depth. So when it goes deeper, it means that we're in the end game, and it's kind of using the handcrafted evaluation. Well, at least in theory. I would obviously need to clean up the code later on. Yeah, I was spending so many time with this tapered evaluation, and now there is no need for using that at all, unfortunately. Okay, and let's try to run. So did I make it? Okay, so let's try to run arena one more time. Okay, perfect. Okay, here is arena. Let's have another game. Okay, so at the moment the depth is from NNUE version is less than this version. Okay, good. Okay, pretty same game so far. Okay, but when it comes to, well, endgame is not the matter of it's not the matter of time, but it's the matter of material. So it's too much of material at the moment, so we need to exchange some more pieces. Well, in my previous version, this position most likely would still be interpolated, but here it's the matter of either NNUE or pure is still or pure handcrafted eval part. Okay, so still using NNUE, still using an NNUE. Okay, is it playing a different game now? Probably, but by the time of exchanging some more pieces, it should be okay. Okay, still NNUE, still. Yeah, it's already time to go for, well, still using an NNUE, I believe. Is this too many material on the chessboard? Yeah, still using an NNUE for some reason. Well, even though it's crushingly winning, even though it's still crushingly winning, still using an NNUE. So probably I did something horribly wrong. Yeah, handcrafted evaluation won't be playing like this. It would just queen already. Okay. Yeah, I just need, well, I just wait until it, well, I don't even want to wait for this. So I can just grab the position and just want to test this, whether this is already an endgame material, so because it seems really weird to me. Okay, so game position, copy FEN to clipboard. Great. Copy FEN to clipboard. And okay, and I just want to test this FEN. So let's go for this test. Let's make character pointer FEN to type it once, and here just use this FEN. Well, actually don't use, yeah, I don't probe NNUE via FEN at the moment. Well, doesn't matter. And I want, so okay, we get this print evaluation. Okay, and now within the evaluation itself, I want to print the game face. I want to print the game face. If I only could remember how I assign them. Okay, so opening is 0, middle game. Oh no, it might not be the case. Hold on, it might not be the case. Opening, end game, and middle game. So 0, 1, and 2. 0 opening, 1 end game, 2 middle game. So just not to forget, 0 opening, 1 end game, 2 middle game. Okay, and now within the evaluate function, I just need to, I just want to check the game face. I just want to print that game face because what is happening is a bit strange to me. So maybe this else condition is not that precise. I don't know. So, well, no, I don't need this. I just can printf and game face and game face. Let's make debug and run BBC. Okay. Okay, whoa, game phase 0. Hold on a sec. Game phase 0, are you kidding me? How can that be? 0 is the opening. Whoa, no, this is really strange, to be honest. Okay. At least game phase score. So this is based on the game phase score. So I'm really tempted to print the game phase score because it's so weird that this is still seems to be like an end game, like an opening. How can that be? There should be a middle game at very least. How can that be an opening? Very strange stuff. Okay. Okay, game phase, and so the second one would be game phase score. That's the value based on material count. So game phase score. This is really interesting. So how that possible? Okay, 6766. Okay, this is the initial value. How is that possible? How is that possible? I will now just try to show you why I feel so confused. So we have a look. Oh no, so opening phase score is greater than 6192. Okay. And then between this value and this one, it's the middle game. What a weird stuff. 76. Oh, what have I done? Hold on a sec. This is the wrong position. What have I done? Sorry, guys. This is the starting position. Oh, by the way, it seems like it's available. Probe NNUE, but FEN input. FEN. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, now we have the phase 1200. So this is the middle game. Okay, this is the middle game. Now this is quite interesting. So when it would be an end game, I'm really wondering. Okay, so let's try to, so bishop, pawn. Okay, let's try to take the pawn away. Is this still gonna be a middle game? Still the middle game. Okay, let's take away another pawn. Is this still gonna be? It seems like, oh my god. Seems to be, yeah, so I probably just need to adjust those values. Okay, if I just try to, what to take away? Let's try to take away this bishop. And this is still considered to be, oh my god, this is still considered to be the opening, the middle game. So what else do I have to take away from here? It's another bishop apparently. So let's take away another bishop. Okay, and finally one, yeah, which means endgame. So only this position is treated to be the endgame. Yeah, what I've realized that we actually need to have, so again, like, let's drop this position back. Save. So this position is definitely kind of like endgame to my human eyes. So I just need, so this is the value of 107. So I just try to increase the value, the minimal value. Just try to increase the minimal value there. Probably, guys, you're not really interested in watching what I'm doing now, but the point is that, as you can see, that just the dump embedding of an NNUE to your engine doesn't always make that much sense. Well, especially if you don't have a very fast search like in my case, so endgame phase score. So I need to adjust this one to, well, let's try maybe 200s. Maybe I should have go for 200s. Maybe like this. Okay, let's try like this. 1500s at the moment. Okay. 1500s, and here, well, actually I don't even need to deal with this stuff. I just may uncomment the UCI loop and that would be enough. Make yeah, this is really interesting. So the values were interpolated in most time of the game in my handcrafted evaluation, and I didn't even have an idea about that. Okay, BBC NNUE versus BBC 1.2, another round. Yeah, it seems like this NNUE plays different openings all the time. This is so interesting. I have no idea why this is happening, to be honest, but this is a really cool feature that plays different openings all the time. I have no idea why this is happening actually, but this is cool. This is really cool. And yeah, the position is strange to say at least. I don't even like. Well, actually, well, BBC NNUE thinks he's much better here. But anyway, let's keep track of this scores. So still NNUE evaluation here. Well, now this is really bad. Or hold on a sec, or is this just fine? Yeah, the material is equal. Yeah, this is, whoa. Now this was interesting. Black dropped the queen. Okay, still. Is this still too much material? Yeah, I feel totally confused. It definitely should be using the endgame evaluation at this point already. Yeah, depth 3 versus 8. It's never gonna mate. Just never gonna mate. And time is almost up. Yeah, and also, yeah, this is an issue in my engine, not in NNUE. It just makes an empty move because running out of time, I guess. Oh, it also prints the game face. Whoa, by the way, it's not good that I forgot to yeah, it takes too much. I should have commented that out because this is so weird. But on the other hand, it's interesting to see like what would be the final game phase. Okay, it's 2000s. Somewhere it's 18,000s. Yeah. And yeah, just as I expected, just an empty move. Need to fix that one day. Okay, and no, hold on a sec. So we had this 1200s. Yeah, but this was, yeah, just maybe couple of last two moves. Well, anyway, I now see that I need to set this value to 2500s at very least, maybe even 3000s, just to make it play, just to force it playing. Okay. evaluate. Yeah, just so here let's go to 3 thousandths, and here I need to get rid of that nasty printf statement. This one. Okay. It should be much faster with this improvement I'm trying to make. Okay, take number 3. I don't really feel how time is flowing when I'm doing this, to be honest. Okay. So surprise me with a new opening. Okay, so gets back to e4. Yeah, this variety of play is really interesting. I have no idea how is that implemented actually. That's hard to imagine to me. How is that possible actually? Well, anyway, let's see. So keep track of the depth. Okay. Still NNUE evaluation. Still NNUE. Okay. But I really hope that after exchanging a couple of pieces, this should go to... Yes, very smart play now. Doesn't hurry to exchange the pieces. Come on, exchange a couple of pieces. Okay. Okay, I don't really like this already. Come on, why don't you exchange your pieces? Yeah, what I can say that an NE is not really good in my engine at super fast time controls like this, 30 seconds for all game. Yeah, the position is much better, I agree, but yeah, it's just too slow. And it doesn't seem to be exchanging the pieces, unfortunately. So I probably either to trying to, I don't know, increase the threshold, or I don't even know what to do. Yeah, it's weird. This is just weird. It's not exchanging pieces. Okay, exchanges. So maybe last few moves. Okay. Now it's playing. Okay, now this is the same evaluation. Okay, so you see. Yeah, now it's the same evaluation. Okay, so engine is playing much faster now. Yeah, I believe I should have just deal with that threshold. Okay, and now it would win. Well, maybe not, but now at least it's doing just some right job. It's just trying to win, and then we'll be trying to checkmate. Yeah, so this is much better already. Okay, maybe it doesn't get in time, but anyway. Yeah, again, probably this nasty bug with the empty move. Yeah, again, this empty move. Yeah, this happens. I see like this happens when we have the start time and the stop time being equal. So maybe I should have tried to fix that as well one day. Okay, guys, now this is really getting more interesting. So let me just try one last test because I'm really tempted to know how different it would be. So endgame phase score. Okay, let's give it 4 thousandths. Let's give it 4 thousandths and make, so try to make it plain, just try to make it plain in the handcrafted evaluation a bit earlier compared to what we've seen in this last game. So okay, again, Queen's Gambit declined. No, he goes for e4 again. Okay, this is even more interesting. So we have the same game, so probably okay, still an NNUE. Okay, still an NNUE. Still an NNUE. Okay. Not exchanging. Well, no, this pawn sacrifice, and this pawn sacrifice is really strange. Okay, he gets another pawn here. Okay, it seems like now it's already playing with the handcrafted evaluation. I think so. Well, anyway, there are great opportunities to play around with this, with all of this stuff. Yeah, now definitely playing the same evaluation all along the way. Okay. Well, still white is a little bit better here. Yeah, hitting the same depth. This is good. Yeah, much better now. Much better. Well, another thing that I could have done actually is, instead of using, yeah, but I don't know how to track that. I thought I could have used the interpolated scores still, but how can I? Well, I could have used some. Okay, I could have used just the game phase score as I could have used the game phase score as a threshold to distinguish between the different phases in the middle game, and probably basing on that value I could have changed. Okay guys, so sorry, just one last test and then we'll go. So I just need to recall my memory for the initial value in here, for the initial value for endgame phase. So it was 518. Okay, 518 source and NNUE fixes. Okay. And 518. Okay, and now I can actually still make use of my interpolation stuff. Yeah, but if I do that, no, this is still possible. So okay, like this, and making use of the score instead of endgame score, and just not to run two evaluations simultaneously. Here I won't be referencing the game phase. I would be trying to here, not if game phase, but I say if game phase score. So this is for NNUE, right? So if this is greater than, let's say 350, let's try this value, then we would be calculating NNUE score, and otherwise, okay, otherwise we would be calculating our handcrafted stuff. Okay, guys, sorry, just one last test. I'm really so tempted to know what's gonna happen here. So this is the chess engine development process as is, literally, just like it happens. Well, at least when I do this. So that's hopefully this would be one last test, really, because I didn't really like, so when I used the endgame scores without interpolation, that was a little bit too weird. It just was weaker compared to this 1.2 version. So let's give it one more chance. Okay, hopefully the same game. Okay. Yeah, now the fun thing is that 1.2 version has started playing different game, which is a bit strange. Well, anyway, so seems like still we are in the NNUE territory. He didn't even grab the pawn. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, he grabs this one. But it was better to actually grab the central pawn, obviously. Okay, now he plays handcrafted versus handcrafted evaluation, I believe. This should be. Or not. Yeah, probably. Oh my god, what are you doing? Okay, guys, probably I've done something horribly wrong here, because it just started giving pieces away for some reason. Oh, and even my even my web camera view has disappeared. Oh, probably I'm just a little bit too tired for today. So we'll drop at this particular moment, and just to, yeah, I also need to provide you the code, so somewhat a reasonable code here. So probably, well, let's drop back to game phase like this, to this version. Okay, without any interpolation. And here I just say that it was initially equal to 518. So just to give you some sort of a version to play with, to play around with. Just want to make sure it's still gonna play reasonable chess. Well, maybe by the way, actually I can use this 3500s. Okay, so just to make sure it was something like the previous one. And we'll drop here. And obviously I would keep working on some improvements. But the strange thing is why BBC 1.2 is playing different chess. That's a little bit strange, to be honest. Well, maybe probably because this, well, I have no idea why this is happening. But it seems like, yeah, the game that we have already seen. So, good news here. Okay, and maybe one more little test. We just give him, say give him a couple of minutes. So he should be playing a bit more solid moves from both sides. Okay, d4, and probably an NNUE version would go for Queen's Gambit, I believe, like it usually does. Oh, obviously. Okay. So which variation is it about a pickup? Whoa, d4. Very solid. Very solid. Is this called Albin counter gambit? Maybe I'm wrong, I don't remember. But quite a fun thing that NNUE version didn't capture that free pawn. It didn't accept this gambit. Interesting. Well, now white are much better here because king is safe, pieces are developed better. F7 is really dangerous. After, say, knight go into g5, it even doesn't. Well, yeah, white is totally winning here already. I really love the white's position. Is it gonna exchange? Okay, it exchanges takes the bishop. Well, guys, anyway, fortunately, what we did achieve in this video series, eventually we did successfully embed the NNUE evolution from Stockfish Chess Engine to a very kind of average, weak engine BBC that I've created in another YouTube series on the chess programming channel. Quite a fun thing that it actually works. Really excited. Well, this move is really interesting. Just gave up a pawn. And, whoa, gave up a pawn to put a knight on e5. What a human play here. What a fantastic human play. He's gonna take a bishop. Okay, takes the bishop. Is it gonna take a knight by a queen? Nope. Oh, it would be just exchanging a rook for a knight. Yeah, it's not an option here. But hold on a sec. He can't give a check at the moment. Okay, he can't give a check. Just crushing the pawns, nothing much. The black king has stuck in the center, which is very bad for black. Yeah, white is totally winning. With enough time on the clock, this should be a crushing win. This should be a crushing win here. So let's count the material. So well, actually its material is equal, right? Or hold on a sec. Black is pawn up. Or no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Black is pawn up for some reason. So maybe not that great. Both engines thinking they are better. Okay. It's a little bit strange to me. Well, maybe they're already playing with the handcrafted evaluations. Maybe they already play with the handcrafted evaluations. Maybe not. Okay, he could have won a queen, could he? No, this was very interesting. So why did he give up a queen? Yeah, this is mate. Okay. So it seems like he did switch to the handcrafted evaluation at the end. 9, 12. Or did he? I'm not sure. Yeah, the same depth here. The same depth. So yeah, the depth might be different, but generally, yeah. So this is interesting. I'm just wondering why did black actually give up his queen in this position? So let's say black don't do this. Oh, he just get mated. Okay. So if he goes here, he gets mated on g6, right? King goes here, mated on g6. If it goes here, then it gets mated on c8. Yeah, on f8. Gets mated on f8. Yeah, crushing. So there is nothing to be done but just to give up the queen. Fantastic. Well, okay, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this NNUE tutorial series on Chess Programming channel. I think, well, I really hope this was worth watching it and very exciting. Well, at least it was very exciting for me to do this series. Sorry. It was very exciting for me to actually make this series. And as you can see now that even dumb noob like CodeMaker can incorporate NNUE evaluation into his BBC Chess engine, that means that you guys much smarter than I am, and that you would obviously be capable of doing the same stuff and probably even much better. So what I have to do from my side, probably one last thing, I just need to make sure that there would be the Windows compatible executable of my engine. Just for those of you who maybe are not the programmers, just to give an option to play versus BBC on Windows, as it was always available before. Also, I heard that some issues with compiling on for Apple on macOS system just has some issues there. So I need to install clang compiler on my Linux and try to compile with that, because clang seems like it's a native compiler for macOS systems. So need to make sure what kind of errors go in there as well, so to make it fully compatible. And also I'm really tempted to actually add this NNUE version to my online BBC engine site. So if you didn't see this yet, here it is. It has a nice cute GUI using lots of libraries like chessboard.js, chess.js, Python chess on the back end. So this is the Python application allowing to play chess, but this is the version that is playing, you see, like BBC 1.2. So I remember you've seen this game already. So we've been playing this just not very long time ago. And anyway, it would be interesting to see how the NNUE version is playing here. Okay guys, so this is it from my side. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next tutorial series on Chess Programming channel. Take care, guys.